Hi everyone, it's Lynn Love. Thank you for joining me in this video where I talk about how I use tarot for self-growth and psychological processing around my life and different challenges. So I've used tarot for a really long time. I started navigating life using oracle decks and tarot since 2017. And since then, I use tarot kind of often to just ask questions and use it as a tool in a game to just tune in deeper with my higher self. So this is a really beautiful tool that I love to use and want to pass to anyone that wants to use it as well, or just deepen anyone's practice of using tarot or oracle cards for deeper inner discovery and finding their authentic self through that whole process. Another beautiful thing is that I truly believe that tarot helps you process things psychologically and therapeutically, and it can be used in that way. And for me personally, it has been used in that way to just get answers to things and to really help to process, like, okay, maybe it's time for me to just take a step back or just take this time to reflect or move forward with a project, or okay, it's time that I let go of this relationship, or it's time that I move on and find a new career or something like that. It's been really, really powerful in terms of helping me navigate different life challenges and just navigate life in general. So I definitely truly believe that tarot is one of those beautiful tools that I've used, that has worked for me, and that I want to pass on. So if you like this video, if you resonate with anything, if you resonate with tarot, keep watching. So I am currently using the Voyager tarot deck. I'm going to link this at the script description below. And this is a wonderful deck. I've had this deck for a couple of years and I've used so many other decks. I actually recently had a moment where I put a bunch of my decks in the washer machine, right? And my oldest decks that I had just were gone and were not recoverable. So I took that as a sign, as learning to work with what I have and to tune in, to focus, and to have discipline with certain decks. This is one of them for sure. And I'm going to just talk to you about what my process is in terms of using tarot, in terms of helping me do inner discovery and self-growth and psychological processing. And we're going to go through different techniques and things. And also, I'm going to really take the approach that tarot is really about having fun. It's about having a good time, because it is a card. It is cards, right? It is just like a game, and you can kind of take, you take with what you want from it and what resonates, and you let go of anything that doesn't. And also, it's one of those beautiful tools and a mirror of reflection to you of maybe beliefs that are coming up and are there, but you haven't fully faced. So this is one of those beautiful tools that help you do that. So I'm going to just quickly talk about just some things that you can do to work with tarot to kind of help you go through processing, to help with self-growth and inner discovery. So I'm going to just have fun with tarot a little bit and pull a card, okay? And one beautiful thing that I love to do with tarot is just to ask a question, to be really intentional about using the tarot deck. One of the beautiful things you can do is take a moment and set time in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever you have a good time to just center yourself and come back to your grounding, is to bring your tarot out, clear the space, whether you want with any herbs or just with a meditation, and bring your beloved cards out and lay them on a surface and do the different rituals that you have with your cards. So this is for anyone that just has never used tarot, or has kind of dabbled with it but just kind of wants to deepen their practice. So highly recommend holding or surrounding or creating a beautiful ritual for your tarot deck for your any sort of deck, because that energy gets infused in the cards that you use. And it's really, really beautiful when you get to do that, because that energy gets passed on and just gets imbued in your reading and all of the answers that you get. And I truly understand that my cards sometimes have their own chi, they have their own energy to them. For example, there's cards that love to give readings to people. For example, these are the cards that love to give readings to people. Other cards love to only be for me. Other cards like to go travel with me and to give, travel readings and things like that. I've given hundreds of people on the road readings because my cards are like, let's play, let's do this. So I love to have fun with the cards and use them as this process for inner cultivation, inner discovery. So one of the ways is simply just pulling your cards out, just like spreading them, fanning them out, and creating a beautiful ritual. So for me, like, it would be creating beautiful intention and spreading them out. And the intention, having that intention, having that question, and just centering yourself, you can choose a card that comes and stands out to you. So this is a card I'll choose. This is the card I chose. And it's going to be a good card. It's going to be the Hanged Man, which is a really interesting card. And I'm not going to go into full reading right now, but even though it's like coming through. So you can kind of use the cards as a tool for you to just observe what stands out to you the most. Observe, how you feel about the card. What's the name of the card? What's the number that's associated with the card? Take it in all of the different aspects and tune into that and the symbolism, because that's what's going to really connect with your subconscious brain. Your subconscious brain and your mind is going to really connect with symbols and just things that are kind of just more symbolic and representative of certain things. Like, for example, there's a lot of like reflection here and different things as well in terms of things you can look at. And in this tarot deck, it has a really great job at creating collages. So the like artwork is really beautiful. There's so many different collages. So if I focus on one aspect of the collage, then that maybe gives me a little bit more understanding of what might be happening, or kind of maybe the internal beliefs that I have. And so here is a really beautiful example. So the question that I had was, okay, what's going to be the future of, this video, for example? This is going to be the Hanged Man upside down. So then you kind of go into the deeper questioning or inquiry about what this card means. Then you can use, the guidebook, or you can look up online. But that's how you really begin to learn and to cultivate relationship with the cards themselves, is when you just read and you learn, and you educate and you immerse yourselves, and you do it all the time, and you do readings for people all the time. And don't be afraid of doing readings. It's just having fun, it's being lighthearted, it's being curious. So for me, it's a lot about being curious about what this card is telling me. Like, that's curious. I got the Hanged Man, but in reversed. Okay, so what does that mean? How does that feel in my body? Using this as a way to grow, right? Grow your business, grow yourself, and then an inner discovery. Okay, maybe there's something about the Hanged Man that I need to learn about. So maybe there's a symbol in here, or something about the story that's connected to this card that needs to teach me something. So a lot of this is reflection. And I feel like another level to this is using journaling to help to dive even deeper. So writing those questions down and then taking 5 minutes to just like write down the questions, dive in deeper. Okay, what does the Hangman mean? If I knew, and if I did know, even though I don't know, and if I did know and I wrote it down, what would that look like? Can I draw that out? Can I write about it? If I could just do a stream of consciousness about that, what would it sound like? What would it look like? What would I write? So that's kind of where I would start in terms of pulling a card, having an intention, pulling a card, and then diving into the kind of inner discovery part. And the other aspect of this is you can use it as psychological processing. So for example, if you're feeling a little bit like anxious or have a lot of anxiety about starting, like for me, for example, starting this video or starting a YouTube channel or starting a business, and I pulled this card, I can use that feeling or what I'm going through psychologically and say, how does this card teach me about that? What is this card teaching me about psychologically what I'm going through right now? And the Hangman is a really special card because it's all about creating change. It's all about changing things up in your environment to help stimulate growth and to stimulate change. This is also a really beautiful card because in terms of its meaning, it's reversed, right? So oftentimes when you get the Hangman or you get that major arcana card, which is this card, symbolically it's about changing up the story, changing up the landscape, the environment. And right now, since it's reverse, it's saying you are embracing change. You're going through the change. You are moving through the metamorphosis. And I would say that's pretty true. You know, there's a lot of truth to that in my intention. And I believe that the more specific you get in your question, in your intention, in your ritual, the more accurate your cards will be. And it takes time to just be able to have an open, clear connection, conversation with these tools, but it's possible. I really hope this helped anyone that is starting tarot or is just beginning, or if you are already super deep into tarot and you do tarot all the time. I hope this just helped resonate with you, because this is one tool that has just helped me so immensely on my journey. So I love to share about it and would love to continue to share more about tarot and other self-cultivation tools. So thank you everyone for watching. I will tune in with you in the next episode. If you liked or resonated, please like and subscribe or share this with anyone so I can connect with them more about these magical tools. So see you next time.